Hey, I'm Travis, and this is Travis Does Kayak Fishing. Thank you so much for stopping by. In today's video, I'm following up on a battery that was sent to me many months ago. wattcyclepower became a channel supporter, club supporter, and they provided me with this beautiful 12 volt, 100 amp hour LiFePO4 battery. If you drain it 100%, you should get 4,000 plus deep cycles. So if you go 100% down, you're getting about 4,000 cycles. You go down to like, I think 60%, you're going to get somewhere around that 8,000. And if you don't let it get below like 80% empty, I think you're going to be somewhere around like 15,000 cycles is how it turns out. But the big thing to tell you is not about the impressive specs. And they are impressive. It's very small, very light. It's just 20 pounds. So it's not very bad at all. It's waterproof. It's very durable. I have thrown it around. I've put it inside the front hatch of my Old Town 106 PDL. I had to round out the edges a little. Dropped it straight down in there. Fit perfectly and worked perfectly. It holds a charge well. It's got a couple of apps that'll work with it. My favorite, I'll show you here in a minute, is a great app. It'll tell you what percentage you're at, what cell voltage you're at. It'll give you any errors you have. You'll be able to look for, signs that your battery may be struggling or where you're at before you ever leave the house and get it accurately without having to have a third-party device. So let's get into how this battery is held up. We'll talk about the app. I want to show you guys how to charge it too, and mine desperately needs it, so we're going to start with that. Because this is a budget battery, you probably don't want to break the bank on the charger. And in that case, I've been using this Yonhan, I think is how you say it, but it's a 12 volt, 24 volt intelligent charger capable of charging either 12 volt, 24, lead acid, LiFePO4, and I think there's one more type it'll take. What some people get confused on is they're saying, hey, it doesn't do lithium batteries. And while that is true, it won't do a straight lithium battery. A LiFePO4, a lithium iron phosphate battery, it will charge with this. An AGM LiFePO setting does exist on this charger. So I'm going to plug it up, show you how to put it in the correct setting mode. This is like a $40 charger. This battery will run you about $200, and I do have a discount code to get you $30 off. That's the perks of getting sent stuff and working with vendors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect my negative cable upright. I find these batteries really charge better when you're upright as opposed like down to the side. I don't think it makes the right contact. So you see how there's kind of that opening tooth in there? Let me see if you can see that a little. We're just going to clamp that right down over the top of the negative side. And then I'm going to prepare to switch my mode because this one's not intelligent enough to know to. Whereas if you get something like a Noco Genius, it'll recognize your battery. I'm going to put it on. It's going to detect, say it's full, which is incorrect. And then I'm going to go over here. As that's running, I'm going to go ahead and open up the app and show you guys what the app's about. Okay, so now I'm going to open GO Kilowatt. Go Kilowatt, I believe is what it's supposed to be. GO KHW. You may see it there. I hope so. I'm going to open my app. I'm going to see my battery from within there. That is going to allow me to select my battery. And it takes it a minute to update. Sometimes it'll show what you last had, so don't get fooled and think fast. And you'll see I actually killed my battery last time out. So that takes one of the deep cycles. That's pretty hard on the battery. You normally don't want to do that, but I went out like 4 times in a row. And yeah, I made it to the very end of it. And what's cool is you can see cell 3 here is the first one that got underneath the required voltage for the battery to run because it did end up cutting out on me. But again, that's not bad. It's got a charge mode, a discharge mode. When it is working, you'll see this charge area here light up, and you'll be able to tell what your amp draw is to kind of estimate where you're going. So if you have a DIY setup, it's important to know how much battery you're consuming so you can plan how long you need to be out. You don't want to be 5 miles away from the ramp and get stuck with just a paddle if you have a motorized kayak. So yeah, leverage the app. I don't know when that app went off. And it takes a while with this charger. This one charges about 10 amp hour at the most. It's a 101 amp hour battery, so we're talking 10 hours from now, I should be nearing the finish line because I'm at 0%, as you see, 12.1 volt. This battery has had no issue with water, none with charging. You will notice I have this attached to the side. So what this is on the side, that is a Gamma Electronics wireless RF receiver. A lot of fancy words to say. You can take any kayak motor and make it wireless for off, on, and even reverse, which I was able to successfully do with this adapter. I glued it to my battery so it doesn't look very appealing, but I like it. I think it gives it a charm, and it's an extra feature. I could run anything wirelessly off that. If I just run standard 18 gauge wires up here, I could easily, go camping, put a fan on it, use my wireless switch. I love having a lightweight LiFePO battery that holds up and takes the test. And you can't script that kind of stuff, right? I'll get to it later. But I love having a LiFePO4 battery that holds up. If you're interested in a battery that's affordable, it's going to be reliable, that has good support, that's going to get to you in a timely manner, not take 12 weeks. It's going to ship from Idaho or somewhere locally. It does have a foreign element to it. Most batteries that are affordable do have a foreign element to them. Whether that foreign element is Power Queen, Lifetime, whoever's behind that, it's normally not locally sourced if it's affordable. So just keep that in mind. I think it's great. I think it's a product I trust. I don't mind recommending it. I've got an affiliate link. I think whether you go with this 12, an 8, or if you want to go with like the 100 amp hour, you can't miss. And to show you how small like the 8 amp hour is, which an 8 amp hour will charge a sonar like a traditional Garmin UHD2 all freaking day and then some. That's how small that 8 amp hour is. And maybe you need a little bit more juice. The 12 amp hour battery is also pretty freaking small, man. You can see the difference there between those. That's an extra 4 amp hour crammed in there. And I love the high watt hour time, 102, 153. I forget what's on the front of this one. So I'm not even going to try and guess. 1280. That is excellent cell capacity. You're going to get a lot of run time. Go pick these up if you need a battery and use my codes. It'll let them know I sent you. It'll help my kayak club out, SC Yak. And yeah, thanks for coming. And just know I've put this battery through hell and it keeps chucking. Winter, summer, it's been through it all. Thanks, y'all. Later.